Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Today I thought we'd do a quick, snazzy, and fun accent tag. I've been watching a couple of these guys back to back in the past few weeks, and I thought it was just so intriguing to listen to everyone's method of speech, their accents, and of course there are the popular ones, you know, like the very recognizable European type of accents versus like the Southern Americans versus like the Australians. But looking through the whole search list, there didn't seem to be too many Canadian accents for one, and number two, definitely not that many Chinese Canadian accents, or almost none at all. So I want to jump in here and do my version of the accent tag, and what I've done here is got all the words I'm supposed to pronounce printed out here. I've actually added a few extra words. Those words which I found tend to be most difficult to pronounce for those who come from an Asian or specifically a Chinese background learning and speaking English. And then of course on the bottom we have 10 questions I'm supposed to answer. 但是如果你经常看我的影片呢，你一定也知道我其实不是在加拿大出生的我会说普通话，right？但是如果你想更加仔细一点呢，咱可以說我的普通話比較偏向於北京口音，但係我都唔係北京出生嘅。如果你好認真睇我嘅片呢，你就知我係廣州出生㗎啦，我生喺廣州，我住喺廣州，然後細嗰陣呢同爹哋媽咪一齊嚟到溫哥華嘅。So that's my preface. So English is in a way my second language. My Chinese is not exceptional, and definitely if I speak Chinese with, in China, people can probably tell, especially my Cantonese, is not that good. My Mandarin is pretty solid, I would say. But let's get on with this accent tag and all these words. So, to begin, first word, aunt. Second, roof. We've also got route, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel. However, I really find it endearing when I speak to like Southern ladies and they say caramel. I find that so sweet, but I do say caramel. Next up, fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, New Orleans, pecan, or pecan. I do kind of switch between the two depending on the sentence I'm using. I found a lot of these words, if I just say the single word, I sometimes say a little bit differently versus me using it in an entire sentence. Next up, both. Again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, cot, naturally, aluminum, and envelope. Now, I've added here some Asian extras, words that I find because of the way, Chinese is, or a lot of Asian languages are, it's hard for them to pronounce certain English words. Now, for myself, in theory, my first language is Chinese. That's what I learned first as a baby. But I moved here at an age where I had a good kind of day-to-day ability to speak Chinese quite fluently, and then I learned English. However, I wasn't super young where learning English was natural to me. It was definitely an effort, but I wasn't so old that it was incredibly of a struggle. So I feel like I've got most of these words down, but you guys let me know if I got them right or not. So the Asian extras, I've got here tree. Actually, tree or anything with th or t tends to be a thing. But I say it tree. About, orange, Vancouver, either, these, 6, fruit, very, think, sheep, ship, and usually. So for me, however, I've got a few hard words, which is not necessarily an issue for me in terms of pronunciation. It's more of enunciation. Sometimes if I speak really quickly, all the letters just jumble together and I find it hard to really get my words sorted, clearly. So for me, the hard words would be library. I have a hard time saying that, as well as royal. Whenever I talk to you about the Royal and Langnickel makeup brushes, that is so hard for me to say. last word would probably be February. Is one that I always get tongue-tied with. Now moving on then, we have some questions down here that I'm supposed to answer. Number 1, what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? Now this sounds like a real kind of frat house thing, to TP someone's house. I think it's called TPing. I'm not sure the purpose or the history behind TPing. If you know, let me know. Number 2, what is the bug that when you touch it, curls into a little ball? Now we've got tons of those out in the yard, just everywhere. I call them wood bugs, and I used to kind of catch them and roll them around when I was young. But yeah, wood bugs, I think. Number 3, what is the bubbly carbonated drink called? Now I usually call it soda, although a lot of people over here in Vancouver call it pop, or they just call it by the specific brand name, like a Pepsi or a Sprite or something like that. So number 4, what do you call gym shoes? I call them runners or running shoes, although that's not specific to running. You can wear running shoes for other things, but I call them runners. Number 6, what do you say to address a group of people? So I usually say hi, or I would say hi, how's it going, how you're doing, or hey everyone, or hey y'all. That's one I like, but that seems kind of out of place here, but I do like saying that a lot. Number 6, what do you call the kind of spider or spider-like creature that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? So I've been told those are called daddy long legs, but I always, for the longest time, and I still think so, in a way, that they look like giant mosquitoes that will just be like hanging on the wall, waiting till you're not paying attention and just come and just get you. I don't know, those really scare me. Number 7, what do you call your grandparents? Now obviously I speak English, and I speak English with most of my, immediate family, but my grandparents of course don't. So if I refer to my father's side, of my grandparents, I would call them 爷爷奶奶. They're from the more northern parts. And if I'm talking to my mother's side, and her parents or my grandparents on my mom's side, I will call them 姥姥姥爷. So that's the difference. Or else I just call them grandma, grandpa. Number 8, what do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? So I would call that a shopping cart or a cart. Number 9, what do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? A rainbow? I think most people would say a rainbow, or I don't know if there's any other way to call it. Maybe sunny with a chance of showers? I don't know. Number 10, last one. What is the thing to change the TV with? That would be a remote. And I think that's really the only way you can say it, right? There's nothing else you could say about remotes. That answers all the questions in the accent tag. Now, let me know if you pronounce any of these words same way that I do, or differently than I do, or do you notice that do I have a particular accent? I always found it interesting to think about when people say Canadians have a particular accent, or Canadians from the Maritimes versus kind of, Toronto area versus the prairies versus the West Coast like me have varying accents. I'm not sure if that's true or not. You guys let me know. Let me know, if you do pronounce any of these words different or same as I do. Let me know where you're from. You don't have to get super specific. You just tell me maybe the state, or maybe the province or the country area that you are from. I love to hear that from you and get to know you guys a bit better. And let me know how I did. Alright, leave me comments down below, and hit me up over on social media. I recently revamped my blog website. I'm so excited. Come check it out over there as well. I'd love to see you and have a chat. So until next time, take great care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Bye.